Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all from your respective locations. Yes, topping the international news, NATO is issuing a warning. NATO is sounding the alarm. But since NATO does not want to be too visible, it is using Ukraine to issue the warning. Because what they have seen, I don't know if I should say what they saw in their dreams, but the information they received from their intelligence services, what Russia is planning to do, it is making them dizzy, seriously dizzy. They say that Russia is preparing to carry out a missile launch, a missile firing, but the number of kilometers, but the range, no. The range is unimaginable. That is to say, we understand that Russia is responding to Germany, France, Germany and the United Kingdom, since these two have decided to build a missile that can reach 2,000 kilometers in order to try to attack Russia at the right moment. So Russia, to demonstrate its capability, its power, is responding to them with this launch that Russia will carry out from the 18th to the 19th, from May 18th to 19th, so between today and tomorrow. That's the first thing. Russia is thus responding to Germany and the United Kingdom, but also and above all, Russia is informing when I say Emmanuel Macron, sorry, Donald Trump. In another way that Russia is ready. But concretely, when we see the tears, what the Ukrainians themselves say, you understand that Russia is really strong in strategy. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is Russia preparing to do? Russia is about to launch a missile with an unimaginable range. That's what we're talking about in this video conference. Of course, I want to continue, but before I go on, as usual, I ask you to share this video conference as much as possible. Give lots of likes. It gives strength to the video conference. And above all, leave plenty of comments. Don't forget to invite your friends to subscribe. So, according to Apparat's information provided by the Ukrainian intelligence service, Russia is planning a training launch. It's just a training exercise. Russia is planning a training launch of the Yars intercontinental ballistic missile. The Yars intercontinental ballistic missile will be launched on the night of May 19th, according to the Ukrainian intelligence service. Its stated range is 11,000 kilometers. Maranate, 11,000 kilometers. 11,000! That means it's already been made and it's just sitting there. The missile is there. All that's left is to press the button to launch it. While Germany and the United Kingdom are pooling resources to create a missile that can be launched at a range of 2,000 kilometers. And within this project, which they consider to be a massive undertaking that will require a lot of financial investment. While they are limiting themselves to 2,000 kilometers, Russia has missiles that reach up to 11,000 kilometers. An intercontinental ballistic missile. Yes, Russia is going to launch just for, they say it's a training exercise. They are training. But where is Russia going to launch this? On which territory? Let's go a bit deeper with the official information. Yes, let's dig a little deeper. So, Russia is going to fire an RS-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile with nuclear capability. According to Western media, Ukraine is raising the alarm. But as we know, it's NATO. So, according to Ukrainian military intelligence services, this operation is intended to intimidate Ukraine as well as the United States, or at least the member states of the European Union and NATO, ahead of the scheduled phone call between Russian President Vladimir Putin and American President Donald Trump. It is the Ukrainian military intelligence services who say this, that the purpose of this launch is to intimidate the member states, the members of the European Union, to intimidate the NATO member states, and in any case to intimidate before the phone conversation. That is to say, before the phone conversation, Donald Trump should understand that yes, Russia has something at its disposal. So when Donald Trump speaks, he will know exactly where he stands. So, according to the information they provide, they say that Russia is planning a training and combat launch. A training and combat launch. What others are looking for, in order to in fight against them, they are training with it. Russia is planning a training and combat launch of an RS-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile during the night of May 18th to 19th. According to Russian and Ukrainian intelligence services, AER, according to the agency, the missile will be equipped with a training warhead. It will be a training warhead. That means it won't cause any damage. But Russia has to launch it to show, NATO that Russia has this capability. Because when Russia talks, they think it's just nonsense. But in fact, they are really serious. So, according to the agency, it will be equipped, it will be fitted with a training warhead, and this operation is intended to intimidate Ukraine as well as the member states of the European Union. If this nighttime launch takes place, it should happen near the village of Sovobodny in the Severodonetsk Oblast, about 100 kilometers northeast of Yekaterinburg. So it's in this region that they will fire. So there's panic. They are sounding the alarm. Even they themselves are not reassured that it will actually be a training warhead. That is to say, Russia is going to use a training warhead to fire over 11,000 kilometers. The training warhead won't cause any damage, but it's just to show them that Russia is capable of something. In other words, in the end, Ukraine is becoming a training ground. This is why this conflict is actually very sad. But even if Russia goes through with this, it must be said that the truth is, and this would obviously be to send a warning to Donald Trump and also to alert those people, Germany and the United Kingdom, who are there saying that they need to attack Russia. And for that, they need to build a special missile that can reach 2,000 kilometers, since for now, they don't have one. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the top news story. Thank you for sharing it as much as possible. I'll be back with more news shortly. This was the voice of your humble servant, Robert Théa.